Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually doing my bump date. This is actually going to be probably week 6 through 10, just because I feel like nothing really changes like a lot in between week 6 and week 10. So I didn't really feel a need to make a video every single week right now. As I get further along, I'll do more bump dates, but for right now, there's really no point in me doing, 1 second. Now my dog wants to go outside. Nothing really happens at like week 6 for me, other than like the normal, like, my breasts hurt and stuff like that, just like the regular typical pregnancy symptoms. And then like weeks 8 through 10 is pretty much the same for me. Cravings, symptoms, stuff like that. So I just figured I would put all of those in one video, and then as I get further along, I'll do more separated videos, because I feel like that's when things change the most. So currently right now I am 10 days, or wow, 10 weeks and 3 days, I believe, because Wednesday I will be 11 weeks. So as of today, I believe I'm 10 weeks and 3 days, or 10 weeks and 4 days. I'll update it in the bottom bar because I'm not 100% right now. Please don't quote me on that. But yeah, I know I'm 10 weeks. So next Wednesday I will be 11 weeks. And we have already gone to the doctor. I've already seen my OB. I've already done blood work for, you know, all the genetic testing. And I also did blood work for the gender. So that way, you know, it's quicker than, because I feel like before with my other kids, I feel like around like I was either 8 weeks, or I feel like I was like 12 weeks when I found out what their gender was, about 12 or 14 weeks, because usually in that area I end up having an ultrasound. But with this one I decided to do the gender through blood, because it is a little quicker. You can find out a little sooner. And I was, I think, 9 weeks when I did the blood work for it. So we are waiting. I think we'll probably find out by like the end of next week, beginning of the following week, on what it is. So that's exciting. We are gonna do some sort of gender reveal. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's gonna be like a huge party or anything like that, but I'm sure we'll find something fun to do for the gender reveal. But yeah, so as far as symptoms go, my symptoms for weeks 8 through 10 have been pretty much the same. My cravings have been anything spicy, fruit. I'm not a huge fan of super sugary things right now, which is really weird because I love sugary things. My coffee can't be too sweet, since I only get like, you know, 1 or 2 regular cups a day, and then the rest has to be decaf. I can't have like a super sweet coffee. Like it grosses me out at this point. So certain coffees have to be just right in the sugar department. So at Dunkin', I'm learning how to make my coffee the way I want it. Starbucks, I kind of already know. And then of course I can make it at home. So that's pretty much been it as far as like cravings, just like spicy stuff, which I'm not a huge spicy person, or I wasn't a huge spicy person when I wasn't pregnant. But I didn't have like an aversion to spicy things, if that makes sense. I just wasn't like, you know, going for the spicy things. But when I got pregnant, like, yeah, like spicy anything with a kick in it, I've been wanting to eat it. So that and fruit, like I've been obsessed with fruit. Like we went to the grocery store, we went grocery shopping, and I literally bought like every fruit in the grocery store, and Kevin was like, what is happening right now? Like, we can open a fruit stand. But it's literally all gone. I think we have like an apple and 1 apple and like 1 orange and a pineapple left, and like that's it, because I've just been devouring fruit. Another symptom, my nausea was kind of bad 6 through 8 weeks, and then around like 9 weeks it started to kind of dwindle off to where I was only getting nausea right before I would eat, or if I ate too much or I felt like really full, then I would be nauseous. But other than that, I don't really have like really bad nausea or anything like that, thank goodness, because my last 2 pregnancies I was nauseous all day long, nonstop, for like 4 months straight. So this pregnancy is really a blessing for me because the nausea has not really been a lot at all. I'm sorry if you can hear barking. That's my dog and my neighbor's dogs having a bark battle, apparently. Okay, so I had to change my spot because the dogs were barking, everybody going crazy, and then the kids started waking up one by one, so I had stuff that I had to do. So I am back. It is the evening. Everyone is eating right now, so hopefully we can get this done before I get interrupted again. So I was saying that my cravings are for spicy foods, like literally anything spicy. Even if I've never had it before, I want to try it. Seafood, sushi, those are all the things that I've been like craving like every single day. I have this weird, like, I don't know if it's weird, but like it's not something I normally would do. Like I go to 7-Eleven literally every day at some point, usually when I'm picking up the kids after school, and I will get their hot wings. I don't know why. I don't know. They're not even that great of wings, but like I just crave them all the time. So I usually will stop and get those, and I'll like get the kids a Slurpee or something while I'm in there. But I will go in there and I will get a strawberry melon brisk, I believe is what it is, out of the fountain for a big gulp, and I will get 5 or 10, depending on how hungry I am at the moment, of the 7-Eleven hot wings. So that's been a thing. As far as sleeping, I've noticed that sleeping on my stomach is starting to get kind of uncomfortable. It's starting to feel like weird. So if I am laying on my stomach, I notice I'll like turn, in a different direction after like a few short minutes. So I'm assuming that now, me laying on my stomach is eventually going to be like a no-go here shortly. I haven't purchased another pregnancy pillow yet, but I probably will end up getting one shortly because I feel like I'm going to need it here soon, especially since this is baby number 4 for me. So I'm showing a lot sooner than all my other pregnancies. My third I showed sooner than, my other 2, and now this one I'm showing even sooner. I feel like I started showing, I had like a little bit of a bump around, I want to say like 6 or 7 weeks maybe. I started to have like a little pooch, and then by like 8 weeks it was like not suckable anymore. And like now at like almost 11 weeks it definitely isn't suckable. So yeah, I feel like at about like 6 weeks I started to show with this one, but this is my 4th. You do, from what I've heard, show faster with every baby just because it's your body. It already knows what to do. You've already been through it. It's already, done it. So it just jumps right into baby mode, which is fine, whatever. More cute maternity clothes for me to wear, I guess, longer. As far as my face has broken out like a lot, even like my neck. I haven't really had eczema since I was like younger. I haven't really had a problem with it. Maybe here and there on occasion as an adult I would get like a little splash on my arm or something if we were like out at like, mainly if we go to like the beach or somewhere like sandy or somewhere where I'm getting like dirty and it's like hot. Then I might have like a little bit of flare up, but I'll just put some cream on it and then it usually goes away in like a day or so. But I broke out so bad on my neck. and we thought it was like a necklace that I bought, but that I was having a reaction to, but it was not, because I took the necklace off and it still was like flaring up. Like, I had to literally get medicated cream from the doctor for eczema to put on my neck because it just would not go away. Luckily that has gone away, but you probably can't see it, but there's like another little pimple developing there now, and I'm like, what is going on with like the neck area this time? My face itself has broken out as well. I thought I saw something out the window. My face and my neck have broken out the most. I haven't had like back knee or anything like that, just my face and neck. My forehead, the sides of my face, and my chin. I'm pretty sure you can probably see that shiner poking through my foundation right now on my chin. But yeah, my forehead, my chin, and like the sides of my face have been terrible for the last few weeks. I'm hoping that it subsides. I went without makeup for like a good month, hoping that it would go away. Still didn't go away. So I've just been washing my face more, trying to, you know, exfoliate, do some masks, do something, moisturize a little extra. I don't know what I need at this point. I'll probably talk to my doctor again when I see him on Tuesday, because this video is going up Monday. You'll be seeing it Monday. So yeah, Tuesday I have a doctor's appointment, so I will go and I will talk to him about that. I also need to talk to him about some of the skincare products and stuff that I have been using before I found out I was pregnant. I just want to make sure that the ingredients in them, I can still continue to use them during pregnancy, because I was not using them with my other pregnancies. So I've never had to worry about the things in them because I did not use them the last time. So I'm gonna ask him about that. I have had one ultrasound altogether, which was the very first ultrasound. That was when we found out that I was pregnant. It was basically just a confirmation of pregnancy ultrasound before I was transferred to my actual OB that I'm with right now. When I go see him Tuesday, it's just gonna be like a full like checkup and everything, all the boring stuff. And I've already done, the last time I saw him last week, I already did my blood work for genetic testing and for the gender. So we've done all that. When I go on Tuesday, we're gonna do the boring stuff, and then we're gonna schedule another ultrasound. By then we'll already have known the gender and we'll have already, you know, told everyone. But when we get the ultrasound next time, we'll just be, you know, checking on baby, making sure everything's growing right and all 10 fingers and 10 toes are there and everything. So I am a little anxious, just because this pregnancy, I haven't really had a lot of pregnancy symptoms like I've had with all my other pregnancies. So it just makes me a little leery. Like, I'm always like, oh, am I still pregnant? Like, it just feels really weird to me to not have as many of the typical pregnancy symptoms as I normally have had with my last 3. So this definitely is different for me. You know, aside from like the obvious cravings, being hungry all the time, having to pee more, all that stuff, just regular things like how my body feels or nausea or things like that. Like, I'm always like, am I pregnant? Like, it's just really weird. So like, I just love going to ultrasound appointments just so that I know, you know, they're thriving and kicking and, you know, doing their thing in there and they're good. As far as showing, I guess like now I can start doing bump dates as far as like showing my belly growth, just because I feel like in the beginning, even though I did have like a little pooch, it was just like, is that a baby bump or did you eat a lot of tacos? You know what I mean? Now it's starting to actually look like a little baby bump. So now I guess I will start doing bump updates in the videos as well. I feel like I show more I don't know, like when I wake up in the morning, like before my first like pee of the morning, then I feel like I'm showing. And then like I'm showing like a little bit when I'm getting dressed, but I feel like after my first like morning pee, TMI, but I don't really feel that pregnant. It's kind of like a bloating feeling. And then I feel like I look and feel more pregnant in the afternoon, in the evening time, after I've already had like, you know, breakfast, lunch, maybe some dinner, or a snack or whatever. That's when I feel like I show the most. And when I feel the most pregnant is like later on in the day. Earlier in the day, so far, the belly comes and goes, you know. So I think that is one of the biggest differences in this pregnancy, is just the amount of symptoms that I don't have in this one that I had in the other ones, which again, thank God I don't have all day nausea like I did with the last two for 4 months straight, because I don't know what I would do. But yeah, it is definitely weird to see the difference in this pregnancy versus my other pregnancies. As far as emotional changes, I feel like my hormones have been up and down. I did have a really hard bout with depression, probably within the last month or so. It just kind of like snuck up in there, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is what it is. Like I've dealt with depression before in my lifetime, so I know what the signs are. So it was just really shocking that it would happen right now, because I've never had depression during my pregnancy. It's mainly, I've had postpartum with my last two pregnancies, but I've never had depression like during my pregnancy. So that was a little different for me. But I did, you know, talk to my therapist and talk to my doctor, and, you know, we're working that out, and I am leveling out, doing a lot better. I'm not on any medications right now. I wasn't on medication beforehand for anything, just mainly my own personal preference, not really wanting to take anxiety and depression medication right now, just because I know the effects of them, and you know, how they can affect you and the body and your mind. And I just was really trying to find healthier ways of getting through it without medication, you know? So right now we're working through that. Things are a lot better, so thank goodness for that. But that's pretty much the biggest emotional change I feel like has happened. Other than that, I've been perfectly fine. Extremely tired. I feel like now that I'm creeping closer to the second trimester, because I believe I have like 3 more weeks or so before I'm in the second trimester. I feel like the closer I get to the second trimester, the more my energy starts to come back, which is great, because in the beginning I was exhausted. Like you would have thought I didn't sleep for like weeks at a time. Like I was just so tired all the time. I could literally fall asleep standing up, sitting down, laying down in the middle of the road. Like it did not matter. I was exhausted all the time. So that was really hard, especially because, you know, I have an extremely busy schedule, especially with 3 kids, and they have 3 different school schedules and everything else, and I've got all kinds of stuff going on, and the end of the year is approaching, so there's even more stuff going on, and more events and graduations and everything else. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I am so exhausted. I feel like I took a little break from my social media for a little bit, also in the midst of being so tired and dealing with depression and everything else. I just needed to take a step back, take a breather, collect my thoughts, get myself together. But I feel like things are on the up and up now. Feeling a lot better, feeling a lot more energetic. I feel like my energy is coming back a little bit. I am still a little more tired than, you know, normal. But again, we're in the first trimester. The first trimester is always the most tiring, the most draining, at least in my opinion. So I feel like once I get to the second trimester, should be smooth sailing, especially if we continue on with not so many pregnancy symptoms, you know? So I feel like that is pretty much it. I haven't really bought anything for the baby, mainly because we don't know what it is, except for I was in Target and I was already shopping for my sister-in-law's baby shower, and I was like, you know, I have to get like one thing for the baby. So I got these adorable onesies. They're so cute. Look at how cute they are. And they just have like little different, and I just feel like this is like unisex because it's like black, white, gray, has patterns. One says new to the crew. Literally anybody can wear that. So it really didn't matter. I just got something gender neutral for now. But I thought those were super cute and I just couldn't pass them up, so I bought them. And of course Kevin was like, really? Like, we're already buying baby stuff? But I think that's the only baby thing. Yeah, I think that's the only baby thing that I've purchased as of right now for my baby. Obviously other people with baby showers and stuff, I've purchased things, but like as far as us, we haven't purchased anything other than those onesies yet. I feel like once we find out what we're having, then I'll start to purchase things. I feel like I can't really get into like the mode of what I want to get, what I need, like everything, until I find out the gender. I don't know. Is that just me? Like, I don't know. Like, I just like to know, I guess, because then I can, like, you know, pick a name and then I can talk to it and use its name and everything else, and I don't have to call it or baby or the thing, like whatever you call it before you find out if it's a girl or a boy. I feel like once you find out the gender, it's like real at that point. And then when you get that ultrasound where it's got like its arms and its legs and it's like flailing around and everything, and it's no longer like a little bean just bouncing around, like I feel like then it's like, whoa, like there's an actual person in there, you know. I have started watching like review videos on things because it has been 5 years since I've had a baby. All of my kids, for those who don't know, are 5 years apart. It was not planned that way. My body just gets pregnant within, you know, every 5 years. Every single time one of my children is about to turn 5 years old, I get pregnant again. So that's just how my biological clock is working right now. So all of my kids are 5 years apart. My oldest will be 15 in September. My son will be 10 in August, and Liliana will be 5 in September as well. So yeah, everyone 5 years apart. And then this baby is due, it's due November 27th, but again, for those who don't know, I go into labor early every single time. My first was born at 35 weeks, my son was born at 35 weeks, and my third tried to come at 34 weeks. Luckily, we were able to stop it that time, and I held her in for until 38 weeks. So I have noticed that my face has gotten fatter, or chubbier, whatever, it's poofier. In the first few weeks of pregnancy, well, I'd say like the first month and a half of pregnancy, I gained about 5 pounds, and then gained some more weight from all those 7-Eleven hot wings. But yeah, so I'm at 150 right now. My pre-pregnancy weight was 140. So we will see how the weight gain goes with this baby, since I am showing and everything else faster. Also, my breast size has changed. I believe I am almost 1 full cup bigger now. I was a B cup and now I am almost in a C cup. Well, no, I am in a C cup. So yeah, wow. So yeah, I'm 1 cup bigger than pre-pregnancy and 10 pounds heavier than pre-pregnancy. So yay me. And yeah, I think I already have one, like my little telltale stretch mark, because I get a stretch mark per child. So I think I've already gotten that one since I started showing early. But we'll see. But yeah, so I think that's it for this update. So I will show you guys a little bump date, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and, well, I'm gonna wash my face and then go downstairs and grab on some tacos because it's Cinco de Mayo today. I'm recording this on Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, let's get to the bump date. How cute is this shirt though, right? I'll link it in the bottom. It's cute. But so this is with a shirt on. And then this is with my shirt up. As you can see, there's already a little bubble in there. And I feel like this is about as big as I get throughout the day right now. So that's it for this bump date. I think that's pretty much everything that has changed or gone on or anything so far. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, bye. Get out. No.
How you gonna do it?
I don't want to do anything. I don't want you to get away from me so I can finish this video. What do you want?
I just came up here for a kiss. That's all.
You came all the way up here just for a kiss.
No, I brought the kids upstairs and tucked them in bed, and then came up here to get a kiss. And your food's done. It's getting cold, so I'm trying to hurry so that you can have a warm meal.